I fixed it. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. I fixed it. I was muted. The button was muted, I swear. All right, let me just do a few last things. We're making do. We're streaming from my phone. Let me just make sure. Okay, we're good. Whew. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How are you guys? Let me move this out of the way. I want to be able to get to my mic or get to the mouse, but I want to make sure this is good. How's the ASIC and GPU noises in the background? Is it super loud or is it pretty good? Let me, I want to see if I can update the thumbnail. I had some fun pictures today I took. I accidentally went live without like intentionally doing it. Like I was going to, but I hit the button before I could upload a thumbnail for the video. Yeah, let me know if the ASIC, it's actually the GPUs, there's no ASICs on this side. Oh, I was like scrambling when you're like, there's no audio. I'm like, what do you mean there's no audio? Because like I've used this 100 times. I just want to find the picture. All right, we'll use that one. Oh, that's not even like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Cool, cool, cool. Let's jump back to chat, see how things are going. Levels are good. Your voice is higher. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't really turn it down, but if it works good, it's good. I'll take it. Whatever. We'll be good. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome. Fully Electric, Next Level Music. Joey Gambit's here. Fully Electric, thanks for being a member. Appreciate it. 100%. What's up, Patrick Murphy? How are you, dude? Yeah, we're hanging out at Metered Mining today. Got in last night. It's been an absolute blast. If you guys follow me on Twitter or Discord, you saw we did some axe throwing last night, which was pretty cool. Never done that before. That was awesome. Wow, this is what it's like to be chump feet tall. I don't know what that means. Where is this located? Wisconsin, Lucas. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually the facility. They actually just got their security fence in. So you'll see that in the video that I have coming out. I did a full tour with them, which was really cool today, which that worked out nice. I actually recorded... Oh, who's this guy? You saying hi?
What's happening?
Say hi.
What's going on?
There you go.
What's up,
Feel
gamers?
free. This is Larvik coming to hang out. Yep. I spotted a spotted cow. That's right.
So good. Wisconsin delicacy.
Yes, very much so.
What else did you have this weekend from Wisconsin?
A lot. Some cheese.
Squeaky cheese curds.
Cheese. The meat sticks.
Yep, meat sticks.
That
just had
good.
some really good pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food. You don't go hungry here.
No, absolutely not.
Full Electric says the container. Yes, the container is installed. Yep. The container's installed and like 3/4 the way full actually right now. No Philly cheesesteaks out here. No, but it was good. Yeah, we went to a brewery today. That was awesome. And yesterday I flew in, which was cool. My flight went really well. Got here, got a tour of the facility, which is awesome. It's so cool to see like something that's like so young and new, which has been really, really sweet to check out. Facility is like crazy clean, but it's also like still in like construction mode. Like it's got like the whole gravel lot that you guys will see in the video, like a backhoe over here. You know, this facility here you guys see behind me is all GPUs and also AI rigs. They actually are going to be installing, check this out, you ready? They actually have in a container here ready to install. They're waiting on a few odd and ends from the customer. 3,500 170 HXs for an AI customer. AI and mining, they actually do both. So that's pretty sweet to see. So like that, literally, you can see there's a little bit of empty racks right behind me. Those are gonna fill that whole area. And then they're actually maxed out in this building, which is 1 megawatt of just GPU and AI. And then behind it, they have their container, which is on a whole separate, like another whole megawatt on there. They're actually set up to do 20 megawatts here, which is pretty badass. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's cool to see like this warehouse here is like, you're like, oh, you guys got a lot of room in here, but like it's gonna be 1 megawatt, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, but it's cool. There's like room to work, room for storage. Like it's a very cool layout. It's pretty much like somebody took somebody's garage, like a glorified garage. So it's a nice progression from like, you know, garage mining or basement mining into having like an independent building here. There's actually a train coming by, so I apologize. This train coming by has come by multiple times today and interrupted recordings many times. Like, we're right in the middle of recording something right out here. Oh, it's been such a pain. They always blow their horn right here as well because of the, I think it's the street crossing. But yeah, it's been pretty cool to hang out. RPN had to cut that out. That's funny. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've enjoyed my time here. They already have 1 container 3/4 away full. They have another container that they're actually going to be pulling the trigger on soon, because like they're going to be full here, they said, by mid-November, because they have a bunch of orders coming in from customers. They've gotten a lot of cash flow miners more recently. Time we update the shed. Oh yeah, 1.2 gigawatts. And then Larvik, who's like back here somewhere, just donated $100. Why are you donating money? You're right here. YouTube's gonna take 50% of it, I bet. But thank you, Larvik. Cheers to you, good sir. Cheers to you. He's back here roaming around. They got several team members here, which is actually pretty cool. Many community members that are like now part of their team, which is pretty legit. It's very much like a bunch of local miners got together and opened their own mining farm setup, which is like, it's a pretty cool mentality because it kind of takes you back to your roots quite a bit. But really nice guys here. Dude, the food in Wisconsin and the beer, like we've been drinking yesterday and after job's done, and today, and it's been really cool. Yeah, it got started, yeah, very much, like just a bunch of guys getting together and wanting better electric rate, as well as wanting to expand past their homes, and they opened this place up. So yeah, I mean, their property is pretty slick. You know, their goal is to scale to 20 megawatts, and they were actually telling me a lot about the partnership that they have from an electric perspective with their electric company, and how like the electric company is all on board and interested. Their substation's right over here, and their partner is actually the landowner. There's a landowner that owns like 500 acres in the area, and he's actually their business partner. So really cool relationship and setup they have. And then you got Plox back here. I see you, Plox. Plox is back there. But yeah, really cool. It's definitely non-traditional. Like, I've been to a ton of different farms. What's the current megawatts of the facility? They just hit, they'll have 1 megawatt total. This building's actually full behind me. Or should I say accounted for, because they're installing 3,500 170 HXs in the next week here. And then they also have in their container in the back, which is about 3/4 away full. And then their power company, as I was saying, is like almost encouraging them to scale, which is awesome. And they're supporting it all along the way. So like substations literally 20, 30 yards that way. And they are all built out to add more and more containers. I think they said 8 or 16 containers they can support. Yes, there's amplifier gaming. Yeah, this building here is just GPU, and it will be then all AI. The empty racks you see behind me here are all accounted for. They're going to be putting AI rigs in there that a customer is bringing in. And then the ASIC is in a giga container out back, and they already got the pad poured to do another one, which is pretty slick. So it should be a lot of fun. There's 2 different. Yeah. So amplifier gaming. Do you have any hardware here? Fully electric. You said how many K7s?
When people want to do a Q&A, I'd be happy.
Oh, sure. Whatever. You do you.
I'll rack a few machines.
I'm just hanging out.
I'll rack a few machines and then come answer some questions.
Sounds good. I like it. Yeah, they got a lot of, it's pretty cool here because they have like, because they have the space, They have like open air rigs. They have like server case rigs here. There's even some jazz miners here. Nah, nothing yet. GPU mining isn't for me currently. ASIC though, for sure, will be hosted there. Nice. Yeah, let me know if you want a connection with them to get some a little bit better discounting. I can help you out on pricing. Yeah, everything's separate. When Panda was out here, they didn't have their container in. They were waiting on their container. So the container arrived just the other week. So they were running ASICs in here short term, just until their container arrived. How the temps and uptime there so far? So they haven't had any issues with uptime, which is great. And the temps, it's in a giga container. So it's not a problem. And this isn't Wisconsin. Like, we're not in southern Texas. This is Wisconsin. I'm in jeans right now. Like, you don't have to worry about the temperatures there, which is nice. How many ASICs are you looking to host, Amplifier? Fully electric, how many do you have here? I should go find Panda's ASICs and unplug them. That would be awesome. I don't know what happened. I think he has, I don't know if he has GPU rigs here, but I know he has ASICs here. I bet you I think it's just ASICs, actually, now that I think about it. I'll have to ask Larvik when he comes back through. No big boy ASICs yet, but whenever I get some. Nice, there you go. Yep, that's cool. Yeah, I was surprised to see they had some jazz miners here, because I was like, wait, who's hosting jazz miners? Because, like, you know, you can get away with running them at home. And the nice thing is at home is you can utilize them for heat. So that's why, you know, they're definitely a big plus to be running them at home for sure. But yeah, it actually worked out well. Yesterday was like crazy windy here. So I'm actually really glad that today, like, we planned out for recordings. We left the hotel at 9 and then made our way here. And the rest of their team showed up, which was cool. What's up, Automatic Beats? How are you, brother? It's really cool. So, like, they were telling me that, like, the trees around here, they had to clear this whole area. And their business partner has an excavation company. And so they had a tree group come in, clear the land, pull up everything. So it's kind of like plopped right in the middle of like a little forest, which is cool. I think there is minimum watts. I want to say it was like 2,000 or something like that, but I'm not positive. So it'd be a good question to reach out and ask them, Amplifier Gaming. Larvik talked about coming up and doing some Q&A when he's done. He's racking some ASICs. There was a bunch that came in yesterday, so he's getting them racked right now. What's up, The Drone Show? How are you? Thanks for coming. Love from the UK. Oh, thank you. I guess it's not, well, actually, I think it's about midnight there, right? About 11 to 12 is what it is in the UK right now. The way you have the camera position, RPM's ASICs are directly behind the microphone. Yeah, right? Yeah. There you go. That's funny. That's funny. What's up, Daniel Hall? How are you? Hi from the scissor lift. Is Plox back on the scissor lift? Look at him waving in the background. I don't know if you can see Plox up there right now. He probably can, but he's right up there on the scissor lift, which is really funny. Really cool guy. Really cool guy. We were going head to head in axe throwing last night. I won one game. We did 3 games. I won 1 of the 3. Plox won 2, I think. 11 p.m. Nice. What's up there, CT Mine? How are you? 2302 hobbyist. I don't know what 2302 is. Oh, time. 1102. Got you. I'm like, what is 2302? Military time. There you go. I guess it's not necessarily military time, right? Yeah, but it's nice. The weather's nice and cool here. It's like 60s right now. Looks like a dream farm behind you. It's a very cool setup. It is a massive pole barn style with, I don't know if you can see at the angle, but the exhaust fans you see over there are actually right above us as well. So they have intake come in the sides, and then it exhausts out the opposite sides, this side. So the intakes are on the side here. They're actually going to be doubling their intakes, which is funny. I was chatting with them about it. Everyone underestimates the amount of intake you need. Even a design like this that they had engineers come up with, they're going to double their intake, which is normal. everybody underestimates how much actually positive airflow you need, because negative airflow actually puts a strain on your fans. So I was chatting with them a lot about positive and negative airflow, and just my experiences at a small scale with sheds, but directly applies to a larger scale like this. What does a farm like that cost? I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, one, I don't usually ask how much your startup cost was. It's privately owned by 2 individuals. Metered Mining has a business partner for the venture here. No investors or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, they got their fence in this week. They're coming this upcoming next few days to do they have a barbed wire fence. The top part, the barbed wire has to get strung. Okay, it looks like a dream. Yep, a couple grand, just a few bucks. How's the day so far? Dude, today's been good. We were out later last night. We went to a really cool place in the area called, I think it's called the Barrows, and it was fat kid food, beer, lots of beer, and axe throwing. It was like the perfect combination, which was really cool. Got to hang out with these guys, got a chance to meet a bunch of them. Really cool, down to earth guys. They're literally just your everyday miners. Like nothing, nothing too crazy. Just a bunch of miners that literally enjoy having a good time. Travelers Travels, what's up, man? So last night we did that. Went to the Barrows, and then we left there, finished up, went back to the hotel, and then today started early, got up, came out here, a little bit of a drive, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to where it's located here. What's up, analyst? How are you? Yeah, started. We got here, me and Larvik got here early, and I spent a lot of time doing B-roll for all my videos that I recorded. I recorded some shorts here they'll be releasing, and did some thumbnail pictures as well. And then we did a full mining farm tour, which was a blast. And you guys will see that not this Monday, but the following Monday. So that'll be out. You guys will see a whole tour of that. And then what you guys will see in maybe 2-3 weeks, based off my content schedule, is we actually put a table here and got 3 of their employees from the Metered Mining, and we sat and talked about GPU mining in 2025, like kind of like podcast show style, and we just did it right here. And it was cool, just chatting with these guys, getting their insight. I mean, these guys are very much avid GPU miners, so it was really cool to kind of pick their brains and talk with them about the current. Sorry, there's like bugs flying around out here. We're like in the middle of the woods, the way this is designed here. It must be cheap electric cost. Well, yeah, I mean, you only build mining farms after you've secured cheap electric. It's not the other way around. Do they have people 24/7 here? No, they don't, but almost every single day. And they have, there's 5 people total that are that were here today, that were here yesterday, and they always have people here, it seems like, always working. Because like GPU rigs need a lot more attention than ASIC rigs, as you guys know. That's right. Security's 24/7. There you go. You got your fence. Nice here. Their barbed wire fence. They got cameras, security system. It's pretty slick. Any metered mining boxes being given away? I don't know. You'll have to ask Larvik. He's gonna come up here when he's done. Do a little Q&A. He's racking some ASICs. I was here yesterday and repaired 6 ASICs, got them online. They had 6 ASICs down for customers, and I had extra time, so I stepped up and was like, hey, there are a few power supplies, fan replacements, but I didn't mind, That stuff's right up my alley, and I'm not doing anything, so I might as well help out. Which is cool. How's the filtering? So their filtering definitely needs cleaned, but it's a really nice system. On the left and right side of this facility here, they have their large awning hoods with their filters. The challenge is like, you don't want to go crazy on keeping your filters clean just yet, because they're still doing construction in here. Like they just got their pads poured out back. They got their container was brought in and craned into position. So like you're kicking up all this dirt. I think it's called like crushed concrete, which will settle eventually. But yeah. So anyways, the filters are crazy dirty and it's like on their docket, but you have to kind of play the balance game of like, do you invest in replacement filters while you're still doing construction? But I know it's on their docket. I love something to start mining and getting into. Would love a giveaway to a noob. Gotta start somewhere, dude. I bought my first graphics card for $100. You gotta start somewhere. Look on like Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Smart guys put you right to work. Oh yeah, no. I volunteered. I was very much like, absolutely like, hey, do those ASICs need repaired? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what do they need? Power supplies and fans. I'm like, yeah, I can take care of that. Absolutely. Only server cases? I don't think so. They got open air rigs and everything in here. You'll have to reach out to them, but I think they do open airs, but like right now, open air seems very silly to me. And the reason I say that is server cases are extremely cheap. I would almost bet, and you could probably do the math, on like part out a open frame. So part out like an 8-card open frame, including the frame, power supply, motherboard, you know, risers, all your cables, and then separately find yourself a cheap server case and like all secondhand, of course, yeah, and look at like secondhand. Come on, secondhand. You're price shopping. You're going secondhand, and then put them side by side. I bet they're very, very close between open frames and server cases right now. Back during the bull run, absolutely not. Like big difference. Bought my first GPU for $950. Wow. Now you can get a 3070, and if it's a Zotac, you can get Zotac's even cheaper. Nobody wants a Zotac now. They just have you instantly have fan problems with Zotacs. We all know that. 3070 though, you can get 3070 cheap, under $200. They let you think you came up with that idea. These guys are my heroes. There you go. How did you get on selling your GPUs? I've sold a number of GPUs locally on Facebook Marketplace. I'm actually going to be revisiting selling my GPU hardware, and I'm going to do it all singles, onesies and twosies. I wasn't going to do that, but they're not selling in Discord at the rate that I wanted. But I also think it's because what I'm pricing them at, people locally, gamers will buy them, but miners won't buy them because you guys are smarter and you're not as desperate for one card. What I'm finding is on Facebook Marketplace, like I've been selling 3060 Ti's like crazy. I listed 8 3060 Ti's on Facebook Marketplace a few days before I left, and half of them have sold already. The best I got out was an 𝐓𝐨𝐲 3060 Ti for the Win 3, sold for $300 cash. I'm like, hell yeah. So like, I'm not as concerned about selling the GPUs to miners because I'm looking to make like more money off of them. I've had people reach out to me and offer me like $125 for like cards, and I'm like, no, like I'll have somebody locally pay double. Oh, �meowcoin's DAG size is 6. Are you mining �meowcoin? Really? What should I mine? What would you recommend to a noob? Is it GPU mining? Because that's a GPU mining, purely speculative. I would not even say profitable, but I would definitely spec mine. Oh yeah, Zotacs, it's like always repaste and repad them, and then you know your fans are gonna go bad. Always the case. The Octominer X12 with 1240. Okay, yeah, the Octominer X12, Patrick Murphy, great example. Octominer X12, amazing case. I swear the 4070s are just to move them for 12 of them. If you literally broke down your costs there, like, that's insane. So like, if you think about it, okay, let's say they're selling the Octominer X12 for $239. So that means they're probably selling the server, like realistically, the server case is like $100. And then for $140, let's look here.
You need another beer?
I'm good. $140 divided by 12. That means they're literally doing the 4070s for like $12 each. That is insane. That's a no-brainer. You want to know where to start? Go buy yourself an X12 with 12 4070s for $240. That's nuts. Patrick Murphy, after that company PC server parts, whatever, after they're out of Octominers, the price of those scared the shit out of me. Go grab on my bag. There's the other mic. If you wanna, it's on my bag.
Okay.
Just grab it. It's on the ground. Yeah, once those Octominers are sold out, you will never see Octominers at $239 ever again. And here comes the train again. I made a rig completely from items I found in the trash. Wow, you need a hobby. A lot of GPUs are actually profitable at 9 cents. Yeah, but profitable for what? Like pennies? See, when people say profitable, and then and this is not against you at all, KE. I'm not saying cards are profitable when they make pennies a day. You good? I just gotta turn on your mic.
Sweet.
And you'll be good. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
All right, hang on here. We're on. We're good. I'll scoot over.
Sweet.
So who is this guy sitting next to me? Introduce yourself. That's right.
Hey.
You're on. You're live.
What's up, fam?
What's
this
up,
is
fam?
Larvik from Metered Mining. Also, I started the meter box way back when. So I've been working with hobbyists for a long time.
There you go.
You remember me and you started the we did the hobbyist glue meter.
We did. I've had so many people ask about that too.
I haven't sold them since. Maybe we got to do a comeback.
Absolutely, absolutely. So somebody was asking earlier. What was it? So are you accepting new GPU mining clients right now?
It's a tough one. Okay. No. The quick answer is no, but yes.
That's terribly confusing.
It is terribly confusing. It's even confusing for us. So we have a 600 kW, which for non-electrical people out there, that's 60% of a megawatt.
This is a 3500 170 HXs. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier.
So we have, you know, there's a lot of empty rack space in there right now.
I already covered all this.
Yeah.
But feel free to rehash.
Sorry.
So they're coming in as a new customer.
They're coming in as a new customer, and they'll take up a lot of our current space now, but a big part of me for starting all this was to make sure I'm helping the little guys out. I want to make sure there's a home for those guys. So actually, right over here to the side of us, we'll be having our second building starting in the spring. Okay. There might be a chance we get it started, depending on how our winter is. It's really hard to pour concrete in the winter. Yeah. So there is a chance that we might start on GPU building number 2.
I think they start on ASIC pad number 3.
I know.
I think that's more realistic.
I know.
To be honest.
I know.
Because pad number 2's poured. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes. I mean, we already have that Giga on order.
Conduit's good.
Yep. Conduit's ran. Yeah. All we need to do is drop the Giga, run wire, and we're done.
And you have how many ASICs right now? 200-ish.
I just racked another 17 now while we were chatting, and
I helped with 6.
You did, yeah, you did help with 6. But our number's up to 270 right now, and that container holds 320. Okay, so you're almost full. It's almost full. Yeah, we already our Giga will take about a week to get here. Yeah, but then actually the real delay is we have a 2.5 megawatt transformer coming middle of November, so that'll be the real delay. Yeah, that'll be awesome. But I mean, reach out. I'll have a conversation with you guys. Yeah. Ask and reserve a spot. Well, I think the nice thing is too, is that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have these conversations because most of these people are home miners right now. 100%. Yeah. And so if you're like, hey, we don't have anything right now, but let's reconnect in 3 months. If you're still interested, you know, we can get you. You know what I mean? 100%. Yeah. And honestly, things move really fast around here. I mean, if you would have asked me, we would have, today actually, we just hit our first megawatt. That's awesome. Racking 317 machines. So yesterday we were at 983, and today we're... Who's counting? Oh, I count every megawatt, every kilowatt I count. So that's cool. It's really cool. It's cool. Beautiful watching that number go up. Very cool. Let's see here. What other questions do people have? Oh, what was it before? We talked about this building here. We talked about earlier in chat, scaling possibly up to 20 megawatts someday. Yeah. You know, having the capacity to get to that as long as you kind of build out. If you guys have chat questions in the meantime, you know, post them down below.
It was funny because a lot of these questions we like answered earlier today,
and then
like
I come in,
are like podcast style.
Yeah.
Now you're good.
Oh yeah, true. Yep. True. Yeah, we did talk a lot of it.
Yeah, which is cool.
The 20 megawatt expansion is kind of crazy. Just to get the transformer to upgrade from 8 megawatts to 25 megawatts at our substation is a 34-week build time.
Oh, how do you even like plan for that? Right?
Yeah. Where's the market going to be in 34 weeks? You know, it's wild to think about. So we're working with our power company on there, who almost has partnered with us in a way.
It's covering your face.
Oh, my bad.
To the side. You're good.
Yeah.
Gotta see that beautiful face.
It's a crazy conversation to be having.
Yeah.
Like, you know, almost a year ago, we approached our power company just asking, hey, what would it look like if we had a megawatt next door?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're talking expansion of upwards of moving that substation to 25 megawatts.
That's cool.
It's just kind of surreal having these conversations.
Yep. Cam B was saying, what do I think of lottery mining? I think everyone should run one lottery miner.
Agreed.
At least one. Is it profitable? No, not at all. But it's like one of those, like, think of it this way. If you could buy one Powerball ticket
every day
and just hold on to it, and it would continuously enter you into the Powerball every single day, wouldn't you do it? Like,
so I'll add to that too.
Sure.
Like, you know, Bitcoin is all about decentralization, right? So I'm a huge proponent of the FutureBit project. Have you ordered or worked with them at all?
FutureBit, and there's like Apollo too and everything.
Yeah, yep. So they have their new Apollo miner that I run at home personally. Okay. And I can run a node on it. I can solo mine from it and make my own solo mining.
It's kind of nice you could do a node on the same thing.
And it runs about, maybe somebody can correct me, but I think it runs about 8 terahash. So I have a 1 in 400,000 chance every day of winning the Powerball.
Wow, as well. So Amplifier Gaming asked, like, what would you recommend for your best lottery miner? So I would recommend, because I like to tinker and I think it'd be good for you, buy an S9 for like 50 bucks, not even.
Yeah.
Install Brains OS on it, which is what I did. And then I just took it and lowered the watts down hardcore. Sure. And it's a great, like, hey,
good space heater too.
Yeah, it's a good space heater. It's not crazy loud. I mean, it's louder, but not like what we're running here. And the nice thing is that, you know, you're able to tinker. You can adjust that wattage if you want to, which is nice. So it's a good entry point. Let's see here. From Endless Mining, great to see you guys together. Question for what made you guys go for Giga versus other container solutions? Price, quality. What was your thoughts? What other containers did you guys look at?
Yeah, we looked at a few. There was another.
I know you looked at Digital Shovel. We talked about.
Yeah, we looked at Digital Shovel. I love their product. We use their awnings for our GPU building. I love our working relationship with them. We looked at another company in Canada. The problem with Digital Shovel, their pricing when you scaled, it got more expensive as you scaled. Yeah. So that was a little odd to me, but you know, I watched a lot of 𝐓𝐨𝐲 content on his Digital Shovel, and it's great for a smaller atmosphere. Giga felt a little bit more industrial. Yeah. And honestly, Giga's new product line that they just released, the Giga Air models, the technology, I mean, Hobbyist was telling me to calm down in our video shoots today. Like, dude, nobody's gonna care about this stuff. I'm like, it's so cool though.
Let's show them this. I'm like, no, nobody cares about that. Other than you.
I'm such a owner. I love it.
No, that's cool.
It honestly came down to these guys have been around for a while. Tyler over there at Giga was awesome to work with. I spoke with their CEO a bit, and same thing. We want to work with people that want to work with us. Yeah. They want to scale with us, and in a business, in an industry like that, you really need partnerships. Things can't be transactional. Sure. I mean, me and you, we're not transactional business. We've worked together for a long time. So I appreciate that, and that's the kind of people I want to work with. Yeah. Even though they might be a little bit more expensive. Yeah. Quality there.
Train. Second time. Number 2.
Number 2? Okay.
I came by before.
I stopped noticing them after a while.
I was like, train goes by every time. For script mining, lottery miner, I think I only know of one.
I don't even know, yeah.
Bitcoin Merch has their Mars Lander, but it's the script version. That's the only one I know on that one.
What would be the reward? What do you hit on a
I don't even know. I don't even know what the block.
Like
I mean, I feel like you would hit blocks significantly more often.
Yeah, rather than like 3.125, do you hit like...
So that's an option too.
I mean, yeah, curious about that.
Might as well. I mean, you know what you could do? You know, instead of that, actually go on eBay, buy some of the, you could actually do this. Go on eBay, buy some of the buy a mini gold shell.
Sure, honestly,
yeah. Solo mining, same thing.
Honestly, that'll
probably be cheaper, actually.
The little 𝐶𝐲 home miners now,
yeah.
I mean, those are almost better.
Yeah.
Better.
All my home 𝐶𝐲 miners are on solo mining.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
I just had a video out the other day talking about with solo and pool mining, and I talked about my Alethea miners, but then I also just showed my 𝐶𝐲 miners, and I did a number of blocks over the last 2 months with just 4 home 𝐶𝐲 miners.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a good thought there. Just to double check, what's the minimum for an ASIC here?
So
if they reach out and they're like, hey,
I tell people 2,000 watts is the minimum. That's normally the threshold, and that.
So what is that? That's like an E9.
I've worked around that a couple times.
Well, a KS2, you're working around that.
I know, but a lot of them are kind of overclocked. So
that's 1,200. And then 1,700 on overclock.
So here's the deal with going under 2,000 watts. If I filled up my entire Giga with under 2,000 watt equipment, I would be only utilizing 60% of that container.
You're not utilizing that
I know,
slot.
and the most valuable thing in this building and that container and everything else is plugs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
As weird as that sounds, it's like it's hard to work around. So honestly, with under 2,000 watt equipment, I encourage you to run it at home. Use it for heat.
Yeah. That's true.
Or take the leap and honestly, with co-hosting, you can get into these bigger machines. I know it's a lot of upfront costs to begin with, but you know, the point of us offering low electricity is to be able to encourage people to jump into those bigger miners.
Yep.
Make it more profitable for them.
That's pretty slick. What do y'all think about home gaming PC mining in 2024? So you're talking about your gaming PC and then mining with it. I think it's a great avenue to go when you're not using it. But I would be putting it on like spec mining. Like take your home gaming PC, set it up, and then spec mine a coin that just came out 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
That you can get a whole ton of it.
Wagla.
And then, there you go. We were talking about that earlier. And then move on to another coin.
Yep.
Like, it will not be profitable. However, you can then get your hands on a bunch of these spec mine coins, and naturally they start to go up.
Yep.
As you get more adoption, so that's the best way to go.
And it's honestly, you know, the profitable side of things too. Like, it's honestly a great learning curve for you as well to ease into some of the larger machines and ASIC miners, and there's got to be a learning curve to all this stuff too.
Nexted Mining, you familiar with Nexted Mining? He's from over in India. They have like a mining farm over there.
Oh, cool.
I've been neglecting most GPUs since I went into all ASICs.
Yep.
Looking at you guys, I feel like it's time to pull them back out.
Yeah,
so it's so funny because like there's a reason why I did our video today on like GPU mining. So
100%.
We sat here with 4 of us drinking beers with the microphones, and we recorded a video on GPU mining in 2025. And a lot of these questions, feel free to ask them again, but we talk about that a lot. About spec mining, about sticking with mining, what does that look like coming up? Like, and the cliff notes is spec mining is where it's at.
100%.
You spec mine at not a profit, and then you end up waiting until it pops off. And I'm not talking like dollars. I'm just talking like it goes from when you spec mine it up 10x.
Yep.
Because it goes from fractions of a penny when it launches to now half a fractions of a penny, and you're good to go. So
not even just the coin side of things either, but the hardware side of things right now. It's so attractive to be buying hardware right now.
It's so cheap.
Oh my gosh, like your KS5L.
Come buy my hardware.
Honestly, good shout. Yeah. I mean, hardware is like, just look back to the Ethereum days. Like try out and go get a 3070, 3080 back in Ethereum days. Like, I don't know, I believe there will be a time where that comes around again. I hope. I don't know. Hopium?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
Yeah, see, you must be hanging out with Panda too much. Literally, Panda hands out tickets for Hopium.
Sure.
Let's be honest
here.
Sure. And I always give him a hard time.
I'm an optimist. I don't know.
He'll put out a video and I shoot him a message. I'm like, way to sell some Hopium today.
Totally. Yeah. Not financial advice, please. But if there's good deals to be had there, whether it be ASICs, GPUs, if you have equipment laying around right now, I mean, there's chances are that somebody is searching for equipment right now. It seems like the market for equipment is starting to climb back up again, in my opinion. Obviously, with Bitcoin reaching 69,000 again, those other coins will begin to climb up too. I would imagine.
Is there a helicopter about to take off nearby? I don't think so.
No, that's just the GPUs.
That's Sally in the back. That's right.
That's the equipment.
Right. Let's see. Milkman says, if I ever afford a big boy miner, 100% send it to metered mining. There you go.
I appreciate it, man.
Job done.
Super cool.
Did I check out the new LTC miner? I did read about that. Did you see about this?
It's
called the 𝐲𝐷𝐷 miner.
Is that a home miner?
No, it's a full-size ASIC miner. It's very competitive to the DG1 Plus and the L9. They're all, I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was like 17 gigahash at like 3,900 watts. The issue is that 𝐲𝐷𝐷 miner and 𝐓𝐴LPEX are not competing on an efficiency level
to the L9.
With L9.
Yeah.
However, they're competing from a price.
Yeah, what's the price?
So when you look at price per gigawatt, they're competing.
What's the price?
I don't know.
You know?
You'll have to look it up. You'll have to look it up. I'm live right now.
Sorry.
That's right.
You're
not gonna look.
You've known everything this weekend, honestly. I've had a question for this guy, and he's like, "Oh, try this, try that, and it's
the ASICs. Yeah.
Oh man, you've just been a machine. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hobbyist is actually moving to Minnesota, Wisconsin, confirmed.
That's funny.
He hasn't told his wife yet.
That's right. All right. It doesn't look like this. It's not. That's not actually the picture of
stock.
it. But yeah, so 17 gigahash, 3,900 watts, 8,100.
Okay.
So it's definitely competing, but the direction the L9s are going.
January batch is about 6.
This is number 3. This is train number 3. I cannot believe the amount of train traffic through here.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, it's farming season too, so people are moving crops right now.
Oh, is that what that is? You can tell I'm not from this area.
That's the only way to get crops out of this area.
Yeah, I wanted
the 𝐓𝐴LPEX is
that's
cool.
that's the DG1 home. Yeah. They just announced the price the other day.
Cool. What is it?
I have one coming next week.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's right. 15.9. So the GG1 Plus is still 9,500.
So that's like a jazz miner equivalent for script mining?
For script mining,
cool.
yeah. And it's 2 gigahash and only 630 watts.
Holy, see,
which is really
from
good.
a home miner perspective,
awesome.
That type of equipment, if you're going to take a leap into equipment from home, that is the equipment I believe in. So cool.
And that's because no one else is coming. Their hardware in the DG1 Plus, by the way, guys, we're looking at on the computer here, is the same chips as what you're getting out of their other units. It's not like a gold shell where they're outdated technology from an efficiency.
It's just scaled.
Yeah. So the issue is, though, the DG1 Plus is only 14 at 39, and it's $1,000 more than the 𝐲𝐷𝐷
bad
miner.
efficiency.
So unfortunately, it's going to force 𝐓𝐴LPEX to drop their prices. And then if you look at we'll do NHash because you're a big NHash guy.
Absolutely, yeah. NHash,
so we'll take a look.
For people that don't know, you can purchase a lot of ASICs directly through NHash. They'll send it directly to our facility.
There's actually a checkout option.
There is, yeah. There's no, so you don't have to have a miner shipped to your house and then reship it to us. And I always tell people the less time these miners are in transit, the less time there is for risk. So and they're very competitively priced.
So it looks like with them, you can get the 17 gigahash model, but only in January right now.
Correct.
The November model is 16. So I would hold out for the 17 because I'm the guy that likes to buy. My mentality now versus where when I started, I always wanted the cheapest of the cheap, but now I want everything at the top of that curve.
Yeah.
On the technology
Otherwise it gets
curve.
Outdated pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, there's miners now. Granted, script mining.
Yeah, script mining doesn't update very regularly.
Script mining didn't have anything except for the L7 until the DG1 came out. And then it was like, holy cow, we have a different script miner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the DG1 DG1 Plus, and now we got the L9. Like all of a sudden in the last year,
100%. We've had a lot of script miners coming into the facility lately.
Yeah.
Like it's been like 90% L9s, and then what's the D11.
Oh, you're talking about, that's the, that's not Dragon Ball. You're thinking,
yeah, what's the...
I know what you're
Dragon
talking about.
Hex or something, or whatever it is.
Yep. Milkman says, coin miner Z pool is shutting down. Okay, I don't have anything on it, but I'm aware of it. Mental Mining says hello, how are you? Amplifier, let's see here. Checking up on chat. What's up, Geek of All Trades? Look at these handsome fellows.
Oh, thank
Welcome. You. Z Pirate, I didn't get to say hi earlier. How are you? John Germany is here. Jermaine is here. Panda was behind you?
They were trolling really hard.
Wow, look at you. I didn't even see that. I didn't even look at the camera here. It's not up to date.
They had the Panda banner behind us. So
did they really earlier?
We ordered a hobbyist banner, and
don't show that to Panda.
It did not arrive in time.
Were they doing? Did they literally?
Yeah, trolling. So these guys are the biggest trolls. So background story. Metered mining was started by a bunch of local miners here in Minneapolis and in Wisconsin. So we all came together and said, man, what if we found a place, bought electric in bulk, and we're able to mine at a more profitable level? And then it escalated from there to, all right, we can help ourselves. How do we help other people too?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Make it all profitable again, right?
Yep. No, I like it. Now, why did you guys, and I'm not against it, why did you guys decide to look at other avenues for hosting other than GPUs, if that's where you came from? Because you didn't have any full-size ASICs before that, right?
I did, yes.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
At home?
I ran them at home, and I ran them at other hosting facilities. Okay. So I was a customer first of a hosting facility.
Got you.
Before I was a hoster
here.
So I always like to take it from the perspective of a customer on, like, what do I like, what do I not like, and how do I translate that into a better experience for my customers. I'm not saying other people did it wrong, but
no, sure.
I'm a miner, and I wanted things a certain way.
Yep.
So
one thing it also comes down to too is, like, everyone's chasing cheaper electric, and we actually talked about this in detail when we were riding out from the airport on the fact of, like, people settle for whatever their electric rate is.
Totally.
And I think what you guys had done was, I got enough miners in your area together to be like, we don't want those electric rates. We want better. And we want to keep mining.
Our home electric company, we contacted them and they said, go pound sand.
Yeah.
They wanted nothing to do with us. We searched 43 different power companies before landing on this power company on
for a
location.
Factors. Like, you looked at locations, which is actually really funny. I was talking about this earlier. Now, granted, I don't expect most of my audience to go do this, but you search power first.
Correct.
Then you actually look for property.
Yep. Reverse engineered it.
It's not the other way around.
Find cheap power first.
Yeah.
That's the key of this whole thing. I mean, I'm not telling you to get up and pack your bags and move, but we searched.
He tried me today. Today he tried to have you move.
What do you mean you are?
You're like, pack. Oh yeah, right. He wanted me to pack my bags. Come work. Come work.
Be bashful for the. Is your wife watching?
That's right. That's right. He's put me to work. All the ASIC stuff they've had, they'd be like, all right, what's the deal? I'm like, all right, let's figure this out, you know?
You've been an absolute legend. It's Panda, he just came here and he set up his own equipment and he was off videoing and you're here.
What did I do yesterday?
You walked in, I gave you a 15-minute tour of the place. I talked about my fence for about 5 minutes of that 15 minutes.
He's excited about it.
I was very excited. And then he got right to work. He's like, what are these machines doing? And I said, oh, we got parts in the back of my truck
Train number 4, by the way.
4 or 5?
Maybe it's 5.
This might be 5.
Chad, are you keeping track? Yeah, that's right. Yep.
But we started repairing right away. We had the parts. Let's get it going.
Power supplies and fans. And then today we had an interesting one.
What do we have today?
Your fire.
Oh my gosh. Wow. For any of you miners looking to do immersion cooling, just be careful.
I'll find it on my Discord. I'll put a link in chat.
Yeah, just be careful with immersion cooling.
So tell them about, we were about to leave for lunch,
yes,
right?
We were about to leave for lunch. We're gonna go get pizza.
I'm gonna find a picture.
And me being the guy I am, I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I know I locked everything, but I also just want to go make sure the doors are locked on the Giga, on the building, set the alarms, so on and so forth. And I walk back there and I'm like, huh, that smells kind of weird. I go in and I see smoke right away and I'm like, okay, find the smoke.
I smelled it in the truck. I'm like, what is that burning smell?
I did not.
It was a plastic burning smell. I mentioned it in the truck and this guy was out of the truck in like 2 seconds. Gone.
Yeah.
You were like, what am I smelling?
And then got in there, unplugged the S19 that was smoking, took it out. A hobbyist posted some pictures on it.
I put a link in chat, guys. Go check it out on my Twitter.
This was a previous customer's machine that he had in immersion. I just got off the phone with him not too long ago. He used the wrong liquid to cool it with, and it completely eroded all of the thermal paste, all of the thermal compound on the chips. I mean, they were just flaking right off of the hashboard.
They brought it on the back of this pickup truck.
Yep.
And they're starting to take a look at it, and I'm like, all right, guys, get out of the way. I'll take this thing apart. So I took it all apart, pulled it apart, and the heat sinks, literally when we pulled it out, the heat sinks, we pulled out the second, they just all fell off.
Yeah.
Like not all of them, but almost all of them. And the board was so burnt that it actually was splitting, and it was burnt. Like when I showed the one that happened on my channel, it was nothing compared to this at all. And what we noticed was, as I popped the heat sinks off,
I think it was because of the airflow. Like, think about it, fire.
Oh yeah.
And the airflow is so good and strong in the Giga that it's just intensifying.
All that oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I popped off the heat sinks, there was no thermal paste to be seen anywhere.
I popped off. I took another machine and popped off a few. Yeah. Same thing.
So what had happened was, most likely was, one, he put it in the wrong dielectric fluid.
Correct. Which he did.
But two, dielectric fluid does dissolve out your thermal paste. Like when I did my immersion video the other day, I actually pulled one of my ASICs. My ASICs hadn't been out of my tank in a year since I installed it. And when I pulled the one out, all that thermal paste was in the bottom of the tank.
Oh, wow.
So then what happens is, that guy, not only was it the wrong dielectric fluid, but then he didn't take off the heat sinks and repaste them. Yeah. He literally sent them, they were air cooled, and now you have ASICs with barely any thermal paste on that are mining, and then that happened, which is nuts.
So all of his 120 terahash S19K Pros were unplugged today. I called and told them, hey, like,
Amos actually said he had a client with 28 that did the same thing. All 120K Pros.
Were they previously an immersion cooling?
Probably not, but still.
Interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah. So maybe even from the get-go, they were already kind of bare bone, but I took them all offline, and now he is replacing those units entirely with us. So
Amplifier wants to know if you support immersion or hydro miners.
So my only combat to that, I've looked into it. I've had endless amounts of customers ask me that same exact question. We live in western Wisconsin. It's 9-10 months out of the year. It's cold here. Why do we need it in immersion to squeeze out that little extra terahash?
Well, and that's the difference, is like immersion was very attractive during the last bull run.
Sure.
Because you take your Bitcoin miner and you don't care about the power, and you would push it.
Or if you're worried about noise or heat. But again, we are in the
But now you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that with your Bitcoin miner right now.
No.
Like, you're not going to overclock it. There's no point, because it's not worth it, because the watts go up so much.
Yeah.
And the profitability is not there. But you're right, in this environment, like air cooling is perfect.
And honestly, like the risk reward, you know, you may have a machine or two go down, die, quit working. It might need more maintenance based on throwing in an immersion. And to me, uptime is more important than squeezing out every little bit of terahash out of the machine that you can. It's all about keeping these machines online. That's why here we boast a 99.42% uptime here.
Okay, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's because we took the time to invest in making sure that everything in our facility was built out with a lot of thought in it. We have no above ground wires for power.
That's true, everything's underneath.
Yep, we have 5 fiber lines coming in here. Wow. So one fails, the other backs it up, and so on and so forth. And even then, when all 5 of those fail for whatever reason, we have Starlink to back it up.
Which is nice.
So,
which is nice. Somebody in chat, Amplifier Game, is asking about they repair things here. So you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys will do the basic repairs.
Correct.
So control boards, power supplies, and fans. Everything that's in that regard. But once you get to a level where a hash board needs repaired, then it's a totally different story.
Yeah, we partner with a company out of Chicago, Illinois, which is only a few hours from us. We've actually talked about possibly
we see you.
Possibly even getting a batch of miners and flying him in, or having him travel up to repair those, or sending them direct when we need to, depending on a cost basis for our customers. and having him do more of the advanced repairs. It's something that we haven't had to experience a lot yet. A lot of our equipment coming on site right now, a lot of it's new. Yeah,
well, it's actually interesting because today we looked at 2 S21s that came in that had both, you were looking
missing
at
chips.
Yeah, where the hash boards had issues, you know, and yeah, definitely. What about just replacing the hash board? So hash boards, the challenge is that hash boards aren't cheap. So like control boards, fans, and power supplies are a no-brainer. And like hosting facilities like yours, or even as a home miner, like I had a power supply go bad on a brand new KS5L, and I had a replacement. However, when you're talking about a hash board, you got to remember, like let's say you paid $10,000 for a miner. That hash board
3 of them in
is
there.
very expensive.
Yeah, that's like a $3,000 hash board.
And you're not just going to have them sitting around.
No.
Those are the situations where you reach out for warranties or you reach out for repairs.
Correct, yeah. So typically in that situation where a hash board would go bad, we would warranty that hash board.
Yep. It must be warm there. It's getting cooler. You can definitely tell as the sun's going down. Yeah. But it's a typical like jeans and t-shirt. Today was mid-60s.
It's a great day today, honestly.
Yeah, yesterday it was a lot cooler.
It's 70 here right now.
Yeah, it's comfortable. Comfortable for sure.
No sun today is what makes the big difference.
It was really sunny this morning, so I didn't do any outside shots. And then it was overcast, and I was like, perfect. Because it was really bright this morning, but worked out really, really well. And we honestly, I didn't plan to live stream.
No, I love this. I love the impromptu.
We literally like finished everything up. We went to the brewery for lunch. We came back. We recorded a little bit. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, but you and I also got started earlier.
We did, yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, I'm just going to put a table out front and live stream.
Live stream, yeah. I love it.
Guys, you're still working here? I'm like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, they're still working on some GPUs right now. So
we were talking earlier about, okay, so this is a great question. Do you find that GPU mining a lot more labor and repair, uptime, configurations, reboots versus your ASICs?
It's so depending on the customer. Like, sometimes like you can tell the people who have GPU mined for a while and who haven't. So I don't encourage you to just go out and buy what you think will work and send it our way. Like, talk with us ahead of time. Join in a Discord. Join in the Hobbyist Miner Discord. Join in Metered Mining Discord. Join in any that you seem to follow and communicate. There's a lot of smart people out there that will point you in the right direction on like, hey, this is what I want to do. Yeah. And then they will fill in the blank of like, hey, that's a great option, but maybe try this instead.
So with ASICs, I know that you provide them a Foreman link.
Correct.
Here with hosting, I know a lot of the times, other hosting companies I know too, you don't have do they have direct access to their rig?
Here? Yeah. For their GPU rigs?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, so they have direct access through their HiveOS like they always have. And then do you have shared access to that? Or how do you do that?
We encourage shared access. We don't require it.
Okay, got it.
The only reason why we...
Interesting, okay.
The only reason why we ask for it, well, it's cool because our PDUs inside have safety measures in place. Yeah. So when we set up your machine, we put a limit on the amperage that it can take. Yep. So if you go over that threshold with amperage, your machine will just get shut off. So there's not a lot of... concern with safety concerns there because we control a lot of that from our end. But if you want us to be troubleshooting, or like our team monitors our Foreman dashboard, which is what the ASICs run on, and then we monitor our HiveOS dashboard daily.
If you have access.
If we have access,
so yes. Correct.
We have access to every ASIC on site regardless. Yep. Every one of our...
I feel like you might as well share that access. Like, it's nothing private.
There's no, in my opinion, there's no reason not to, but totally up to you. We don't require it.
Yeah. But if your cards go down, you're not chasing after it. You're going to wait for the customer to reach out.
It's going to sit there and idle,
Okay, got you. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like,
cool.
There's no not benefit to you sharing it.
To doing that. Do you have any ASICs you host for, GPUs you host for customers that aren't HiveOS?
Some of our locals run different operating systems, but
they're local, so
they're locals, and they honestly want to test out other operating systems. And actually, it's funny you asked that. The larger client we're bringing on, they run every operating system. And then they use some type of server of some sorts to swap it out very quickly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
it is. So because they're spec mining so many different projects.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it might only be available on this
Windows.
OS.
Well, I know, especially with Windows too, with like a script,
exactly.
like a batch file.
They have 2 engineers on their staff though that do this full time. So it's like
set it, forget it. Yeah. Do they host at other locations? Some of their hardware?
Do. Yeah.
Okay, so you're just one of many.
We'll be one of their larger hosting locations for their equipment, but yeah, they do host at different locations, including some of their own locations. So
that's pretty cool.
That's mining for profit.
Yeah.
Those guys have mouths to feed, paychecks to cash.
That's literally the name of the company, Mining for Profit.
Yeah, I mean, Consensus Mining. They're Matty Ice. Reach out to him. He's pretty awesome guy.
Very cool. So what else we got going on here today?
Man, we got equipment racked. Those guys are working on some GPUs. I don't know.
Nice.
Nothing.
I like it.
We're drinking beer and chat.
We're going go-karting tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna go go-karting. He's gonna go to the Mall of America.
I know.
Biggest mall in America.
Yep.
We'll go eat and go-kart and
we just
hang out.
We just ate. We're good. We just ate.
Nah.
That was good.
Always thinking about the next meal.
Yep.
That's the motto here.
Geek of All Trades was asking earlier. What was he asking?
And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat or reach out through our website.
Where was it, Geek? He had said, why is my mouse not working? Changing mice here. That little slider doesn't want to go. I'm going to refresh.
No, it doesn't. Lagging a little bit.
I don't know. It didn't want to move. The whole browser window.
What else do you want to do today?
I am good. I'm along for the ride, you know?
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm like, all right, let's go.
You are as cool as a cucumber.
Yeah,
you're pretty easygoing. Quick trip for you, actually, though. I mean,
I know.
You flew in.
That's normal for me. Out Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you flew in Friday evening, and you'll take off tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. My browser's taking forever to load. Let me make sure the stream's still up. Stream still looks up, which is good.
Patrick Murphy asked, Larvik, which meter box do you think looks the best and why is it Voss? So fun fact about that, we did a Christmas giveaway with
which is good.
We did a Christmas giveaway with Vosk and Panda, and Panda's completely outsold Voss, but honestly the Red Army is strong. He has some would say a cult-like following.
Yep.
But no, the Voss box was one of my favorites that I designed. It just had a really nice appeal to it, and it's tough to put the colored boxes, like bright colors, on a wall or on the black box. I think is just so clean. So
is there a minimum watt for GPU hosting?
That's a tough one too. It's a per case basis. So I always encourage people to go to our website, meteredmining.io, click the Get Started button, and then at the bottom of that form, you'll see the equipment section. Fill out what kind of equipment you're looking to host. I'm I set a 2,000 watt limit just to keep a threshold on things, but it's completely based on our capacity, what we have going on.
So what is your GPU and what is your ASIC hosting rate? Right now, somebody reaches out.
Of course, yeah. GPUs, we charge 9 cents a kilowatt hour and a $50 setup fee per rig. And then ASIC mining is 8 cents a kilowatt hour and $50 setup fee per one-time setup fee per ASIC.
ASIC. Okay.
Yep. And the price,
that really covers labor.
Yeah. The price difference between the two is, and you can attest to this, GPU mining is more labor intensive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I just set up earlier today. I set up 17 ASICs.
Yeah.
While I was over there. I mean, it's just a different beast.
Yep. So, and something to speak to a little bit on cost for electric. They use really smart PDUs here that only charge you for the electric that you use.
Correct.
Not like, okay, my ASIC uses 3,900 watts, and so we're just going to times that by 24 hours, 30 days. Here's your price. You're actually charged for what you use.
Correct.
Which is really cool. Somebody in chat had asked about the empty shelves. You want to, for people that weren't here at the beginning, you want to update them on why they're empty?
The empty shelves behind us are actually being
they're accounted for.
They are accounted for. By the end of the year, we'll have 3,500 CMP 170s set up and running various different projects. It'll equate to 60% of the space in this building.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's 7 pallets of GPUs waiting to get racked down the road.
Oh, so get on it.
It's just wild. And let me actually grab something too.
Sure, go grab it. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. I want to see every square inch covered in GPUs here. Oh yeah, this building. Yeah, there's another separate building behind here, which is their Giga container that they have here. Oh yeah, that's why it looks empty, because it's gonna, they're full. This, especially from a power perspective too, not necessarily from a density perspective, but this building, when those, when these are set up, this customer, it'll be full from the power capacity side. Another train.
Another one?
That's a train, I think.
Train or a motorcycle?
Yeah, a motorcycle. So what do we have here?
CMP 170, but it's altered. It's really cool. So they custom made these 2 mini, almost like server case fans.
Yep. So these remind me of what the jazz miners use.
Sure.
For the like mosquito miners that we call them.
It's almost a PSU fan.
It's high RPMs, really loud, and then it's got an 8-pin on the back of it.
Yeah.
And
but
it
the way
has
it's
a
retrofitted,
6-pin on the front.
It basically will force air through the card itself, and then they'll actually remove the case fans, which will reduce their wattage in each of their servers by a substantial amount. It looks like they're also
passing power, right? So is the whole card only use 6-pin?
Yeah.
So then what it is it's pretty much
because the other 2 pins are just extra.
So it's passing power through the fans. The power is powering the fans, but then this is actually pushing it into the power of the card.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's amazing.
Okay.
It's really,
That's cool.
They custom developed these for these cards specifically because they have 3,500 of them.
Oh yeah.
And when you're
talking at scale.
When you're working in scale, like reducing your wattage, you know, even if it's 50 watts, 100 watts just in server case fans.
That's crazy.
Like that's a substantial amount of power you're saving.
Yep.
So really
That's cool. That's very cool. That'll be nice once it's all set. It'll be cool to see that once it's all set up.
You'll have to come back.
What's your timeline for that?
End of year.
End of year?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there's some building, not modifications, but there's some build out that goes along with that.
Electrical.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll be adding more PDUs. We'll be adding more awnings to the building.
Okay.
There's a lot of different things that we're still in our infancy.
You better do it soon. Winter's coming.
When you live in this area, we keep working. We keep working year round, man.
Yep. Where can I get those fans? So this was custom built.
Yeah. I told him he should start selling these.
Oh yeah.
I can ask him. I'd be happy to ask.
That's cool. Does the summertime sun have any effect on the monthly cost? Well,
of course.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running if an ASIC is running, like it's going to be warmer here, right? So that means your RPMs on your fans are going to speed up, which means if you're being charged per outlet, like you're being charged for the electric you use, then yeah, your price is going to go up a little bit.
Of course, but with that being said too, our costs as a company go up because our fans on our building, on our Giga, they're also working harder to keep your equipment cooler.
Your operating expenses go up.
So I mean, we as a company take that hit first for you to make sure that hey, your equipment's running at peak. And the cool thing about our building and our Giga, they're each built out with VFDs, variable frequency drives, which adjust the fan speeds based on the ambient temperature. So when it's really cold out, the fan speeds really slow down.
But see, people can do that exact same thing with their GPU server cases.
Correct.
If it's an Octominer or Miner, do whatever.
That's nothing new.
In HiveOS, you can do it on the GPUs themselves.
Correct.
So like as it gets colder, so that's why you want to use the automated fan feature.
100%.
And the ASICs are the same way.
Yep.
They go ahead and spin down. Yep. So in the winter, it offsets itself because the winter time they're going to be slower. The summertime they're going to be faster.
Yep. And that's why on like even Bitmain's website, it'll say plus or minus 5%.
Oh yeah.
Is the typical.
It's never that anyway. Bitmain is, and then if you look at like their stats, you'll be like,
this is
I forget what degree they say, like a Celsius. And it's like no one runs at
Nobody runs at 40 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's exactly what it is.
And it's like, oh.
Which is, good luck.
I noticed that when I got the S19K Pro because it was like, oh wow, it only uses this many watts.
Yeah.
But then when you go ahead and actually get into it deeper, you're like, no, it doesn't. Like,
no.
You're a liar.
100%. So this is good PSA to everybody out there. Mining calculators and you know, stock firmware is not accurate by any means.
It's 19K Pro says 2760. It does not use 2760.
No. Just like in high school, I was 6'2" and 205 in hockey. So
operating temperature 0 to 40 degrees Celsius.
Sure. Good luck.
Yeah, you're not doing that. Yeah, it's really funny because when I do like a lot of the ASIC videos I do when I get an ASIC in and I do a video on it, I'm recording those watts at the wall, and then that's what I'm using when I'm balancing out my like PDUs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I never even like go to the manufacturer watts because it's not accurate at all.
100%.
And a couple hundred watts does make a big difference.
Yes, it does.
Have a good one there, Randog. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Yeah, later, man.
Which is good. But yeah, that's always the tough one with Bitmain. Their numbers, AlphaPex's numbers though are very accurate.
That's nice.
Around the 3900. But if you actually, and I don't know if you noticed it, do you have any AlphaPex units here?
Two.
If you plug them in,
I was confused when it showed up.
They will ramp up over 4100 watts when you first turn them on.
Yep.
And then over time, it goes ahead and tunes it and everything comes down.
Cool. So it has some auto functions similar to like brains,
it boots up a lot faster though, because it does a ton of power at it. And then it gets it to where it needs to be, and then it comes down.
Interesting. That's kind of scary for if you're constantly power cycling that. Maybe so. Like
you could have a burst.
A lot of us back in the day, before when we were home miners, we would do time of day mining.
Oh yeah.
So we would shut equipment off at 9 a.m. and turn it back on at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
Yeah, especially if you have
I don't like that.
If you have variable rates.
That's in Minnesota, for example. We're charged 23 cents. In summertime, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then it's like
there's a reason
12 cents.
There's a reason you guys built a facility to get cheap electric, because
100%.
There's no point mining at that rate. Like, that's
but
terrible.
we were mining. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know.
That's impressive.
You're silly.
That's impressive for sure. For sure. So what time are we doing go-karts tonight?
Man,
it is already 7.
What time? 6.
6. Oh, 7 here. 7 on the East Coast.
7 on the East Coast.
Yep. All right, it's 6 here.
Yeah, we got a bit of a drive, and I don't know. It's hard to stop a couple working guys.
I know. He's like, if you let them go, they'll work like all night.
We have beer in the fridge.
I know.
We can stay out here till dark if you want. But
this guy says in chat here, POW is the way. I work in digital shovel containers every day. They are poor quality and not good for large-scale operations.
I hate to see that, because I want to love their product, just because for a smaller mining operation,
it seems like it has a lot of bells and whistles.
They seem really cool.
Yeah.
I want to love it. It just, in this industry, you have to be constantly evolving. So Giga was not perfect by any means in their first.
I think everyone has their flaw.
Sure. Yeah. But to see what really put us over the top to choose Giga was their latest model. If it wasn't for their latest model, we probably would have went with the option in Canada. I forget the company name, but there's a lot of good options for containers out there. We just chose Giga.
Yeah. I can't remember. I was thinking about Geek of All Trades again. He had said, where are we located in Wisconsin? Because I forget how close he is to Wisconsin.
Yeah, actually, I knew that. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we're on the western side of Wisconsin.
That's cool.
Near Hudson, Wisconsin.
Oh, there you go.
Right
Connect
across
with
the
him
river
sometime.
from Red Wing, Minnesota. Yeah. So, yeah, we're in a...
Where can I find a Bitmain Antminer S9 in the U.S.? eBay.
Oh, man, eBay, Facebook
Just
Marketplace, I bet.
Yeah, it might be a little harder on Facebook Marketplace.
You'd be surprised.
Maybe.
Minneapolis, we have them left,
I got my L3s on Facebook Marketplace when I bought them. Last bull run, actually.
You can find them all over, honestly. Shit, I might have one stashed away somewhere. DM me, I'll send you one.
There you go. Yep. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, how often would you say that you're out to this site per week? Every day. Wow,
every
crazy.
Single day lately. Yeah. Well, I've been playing general contractor for the last year, so
I was commenting earlier on how you guys still have construction going on here. And you just got your pads for, you got your... How long ago did you get the gig container in?
A month.
And then you're already 3/4 way full. But you did have your ASICs in here though.
Correct.
In this building, which they weren't meant to be in this building, but you had them in here.
This building is not designed for ASICs
Was
whatsoever.
it warm? Was it warm?
It was warm, but the airflow was just the weird thing. Airflow, the ASICs push it so aggressive. And
high CFM fans.
Yeah, the high CFM, but then also, like, it was unbearable to even work in there. Like, we couldn't talk to each other. Everybody's aimlessly walking around.
Now, huh?
Yeah, this is nice. Like, it's enjoyable to be around, and
that's cool.
We filled up that first Giga very quickly. So, I'm excited to get the second one up and running.
What's the timeline on that for you guys? Do you know yet, or have you had a shipping date?
We have it secured. One that's in inventory, so they don't have to build it for us. Which is nice. The only thing we're waiting on is that 2.5 megawatt transformer.
So even if you got it in,
we couldn't get it powered on.
So you're having them wait until you get that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a deposit down now. I don't have to, put more money out until we have a transformer in sight.
Got it.
And then once we have the transformer, then I pay the remaining funds, and it's here within 3 days.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
And then we'll have it wired up, likely the same or next business day that it's here.
So do you have a local electrician that will come out and do all that?
Okay. We work with Hunt Electric out of Bloomington.
Because that's not just like your everyday electrician coming out.
No, these guys are
hey FB, how's it going?
Very, very large electrician. These guys, they sent us some of their higher experienced electricians because we told them, hey, this project isn't going to be your standard wiring.
Yeah, it's not.
Like it's going to be. They're going to need to think on their feet and come up with some creative solutions for us. Train number 7.
Okay.
By the way. Cheers.
Oh, number 7, huh? I already finished my beer.
Do you want another one?
No, I'm good for now. Yeah, they keep coming.
They do.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Hi, Panda. You're always traveling. I currently on Panda now.
Wow.
Always traveling. That's right. Always somewhere new, which is true. I'll actually be in Slovenia next month.
Actually?
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm actually guest speaking at NiceHash X. NiceHash is hosting an event in Slovenia.
Wow.
So I'm going out there. I'm on day 1. There's a panel of 4 of us.
Okay. What's the panel
The first panel is on the current state of mining.
Okay.
So I'm speaking more from like the home miner experience.
Okay.
And then the second day, I'm actually hosting just a casual conversation actually with Seb Heslow and I will be on stage.
Oh, cool.
And we're doing more of like a
Seb.
casual conversation podcast style. And then we're taking Q&A questions from the audience.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would love to meet. Is he local in that area?
He's over in the Europe area. He's over in Europe, yeah. He doesn't come across the pond very often.
No.
So I've never met him before, but I talk to Seb every day.
He's
every day.
He's one of those guys in the crypto space that is just like organic.
Yep.
Like, you love to chat with him. Same with Red Fox Crypto, Mike.
Oh yeah.
He's amazing.
Yep.
You're amazing. I mean,
thanks.
We have such a cool community. The
cool.
part that I love being involved with this type of stuff is just the community of the people, the content creators, the inventors. Like, I don't know. We're a resilient bunch.
That's right.
You were telling me some fun stories during our drives, just of how innovative some facilities have been. And
every ASIC farm I've been to is different, and each of them has their like, ooh, that's crazy, like innovative, or that's different, or like, oh, that makes sense. Like, you kind of adapt to your atmosphere.
I know,
and you come up with like fun like ideas.
Yeah.
So somebody in chat said, do you guys have ASICs to sell and install in a short turnaround?
If you send me BTC right now, I will go turn on 4 S21s, 200 terahash models for you.
There you go.
Right now.
So traditionally, though,
I'm just kidding. I will, but...
So you guys work with NHash very closely.
We do, yes.
But you guys accept from any reseller.
Correct, yeah. We don't limit it.
Or individual, like sending it to you. You're not like picky. But NHash, what's the turnaround?
With that being said, if you've done immersion cooling with your equipment now, it will not be accepted at this facility.
Yep.
So, but yeah, NHash, honestly, great to work with. Their team, they have very quick turnaround time. They have very competitive pricing.
How long do you think it usually takes them to send you? Like, you get a notification when someone. So if you guys are familiar on NHash, you check out. There's actually an option to host with meter mining.
Correct.
When they do that, how long is that traditionally before you see that unit?
Yeah, so the whole
like
process, you'll select that, check out, 𝐷HASH will contact you and have you fill out an onboarding form with us. When you complete that onboarding form, I'll send you a contract to sign.
Yep.
You'll complete the contract, and then as soon as the equipment is shipped, you'll be notified of that. When the equipment arrives, I'll notify you.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I have your equipment racked. We have you set up in Foreman, and you're hashing away.
Well, yeah, because someone in chat here, POW is the way it asks, like, if they check out on 𝐷HASH, what do they put for the shipping address? Does it auto-fill that in?
Yeah, the beautiful part is you don't have to. When you select hosted with metered mining on 𝐷HASH, it will automatically be sent to our facility.
Nice, okay, that's cool.
So it takes away that extra step of shipping it to your house and then you having to pay for shipping.
Yeah, because it's not cheap. It's like $60.
And honestly,
to ship an ASIC in the US.
I insure things because lost, stolen, damaged, and the less you move the equipment, the less chance of damages there are. So it's a great option through 𝐷HASH. But again, if you don't want to work with 𝐷HASH, you don't have to. You can whoever you want.
I buy most of mine from ASIC Marketplace because I have a previous partnership with them.
Of course.
But yeah, I could buy them from there and send them right here.
Yeah, and if you want to purchase it from another reseller, fill out the Get Started form on meteredmining.io.
That's actually what Cam B was asking. Should I use contact form to contact you? That's the point of the contact form. It's the
contact me, but fill out the Get Started form. That's a great introduction between me and you.
Yeah.
We're very personal communication between metered mining and the customer. So basically what we'll do, you'll fill out that Get Started form, tell us what you want to get hosted and what you want to send our way. And then after that, I will reach out to you and ask a few more questions.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? Where are you buying it from? What's your plans with that? I like to learn a little bit more on what's your thought
somebody had
process
asked, is 𝐷HASH NiceHash? No, they're two different companies.
They are two different companies. 𝐷HASH, I don't know what it stands for, but 𝐷HASH.net.
All right, I like it. Kobe had asked in chat, why YouTube and not Twitch? Because my audience is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So why segment my audiences between YouTube and Twitch?
Yeah.
It logistically doesn't make sense.
I like YouTube Live.
And YouTube, I'm just getting my audience. Twitch, you literally would start over, and you would try to. It just logistically.
I feel like it's a different
sense.
demographic on Twitch too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that try to diversify. Like, I'm going to go on Twitch, so if my YouTube channel ever gets shut down, I have two different platforms.
Sure.
But for me, I rely more on Twitter then. So my audiences are balanced between the two. I mean, my Twitter is not as big. I think my Twitter is 15,000. But I haven't done any live streaming on Twitter at all. Hobbyist has a Twitch. I do not have a Twitch. But yeah. Cool. What else we got going on? Anything else tonight?
I don't know. I think I'm going to school you in some go-karting.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. As long as I drive better than Panda, we're good.
Oh, Panda was
He's from Canada. What do you expect?
He was driving on the wrong side of the road. And, oh, man.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. We'll just go hang out, have some fun.
Cool.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
These guys are ready.
Well, hey,
I'll hang out here. You get the crowd ready, and let's do it.
I will. Okay, sounds good. Hey,
thanks, man.
Thank you, and thank you to all you guys.
You can take your stuff.
I will.
You can leave the mic though. You're good.
Okay.
We're kicking them out. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Josh, you can change your pulls in Foreman. Patrick Murphy says Panda's more of a passenger, than he is.
He was a bit of a passenger princess.
That's right. That's really funny. Really funny. Very cool. Very cool, guys. We'll hang out for a little bit longer before we head out of here. Any other questions you guys have? Just turn off that mic. We'll shoot the shit. Hang out for a little bit longer, which will be nice. I'll move this down here. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. It was nice chatting with Larvik. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, check out Meter Mining. Tell them I sent you. Give you a little bit more of a discount, which would be nice. Yeah, they got some cool rigs out here. They have some server cases that I've actually never seen before. Some really smaller, skinnier ones that are a lot of they're almost like the chassis you buy that you have to put in your own motherboards and everything to make it work, which is fine, which is cool. And they have a lot of server cases where I'm oh, I haven't seen that one. There are some Vitretu cases. I was actually oh, nice. some of the V-Tretsu cases that I've used. A lot of octo miners. Mostly, I guess they have some X12, some X8s, or just a few R8s. Quite a number of miner dudes as well. Why don't you just keep your GPUs and host them there? There's no point. There's no point. Like, they are more, for me, they're worth it to sell them. Plus, I want to take those profits from selling them and roll them into building some AI-based hardware, higher-end GPUs. I actually ordered some hardware just the other day on Wednesday that I'm going to be building an AI node. I'm going to be building an AI node, which is going to be pretty badass. I'm looking forward to that. When do you think the bull run is going to hit? This could very well be the start of it with the where Bitcoin's price has gone. It could just be a quick little pump and then it'll dissipate away. There's a lot of different avenues that could happen. I think if, like, the nice thing is like Bitcoin's got a nice pump, right? Altcoins have reacted. If then we're just a few days away from the election here in the US, so based off of the direction the election goes, that could snowball into, I mean, seriously, honestly, putting politics aside, if the election occurs and Trump wins, I think we're going to see crypto's prices go up. I think if Harris wins, I think we're going to see crypto dump because people are going to be very unsure about crypto. I think a lot of people are going to sell out then. So like if Bitcoin's up around 68, 69, and then Harris wins, I think people are going to sell out, take their profits because they don't want to be involved directly with crypto or a lot of uncertainty. Because of just what we've heard, you know, and who knows what will happen. I mean, we've had 4 years of negative sentiment with the SEC, with our current administration, with crypto. Now take that and add that, like if Harris wins, for another 4 years. So I am hoping it's the latter and that we do see, you know, this snowball effect continue. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think it'd be great. I think it absolutely would be great. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Absolutely see what happens from here, which is cool. How long have we been live for? I didn't even look. It's just getting dark. It's getting dark, but we're still good. Still hanging out. Enjoy the go-karts in the mall. Don't be shocked that it has a theme park in the middle. I've heard about that. Yeah, I've never been to Mall of America. Should be pretty sweet. Never been to the Wisconsin, so it'll be pretty cool in this area to check it out. An hour 30. Here's some motorcycles going by. It sounded like it was a fire whistle, like starting up, but I can hear some crotch rockets flying by. Yeah, I hear them in the distance. In the same, there's a railroad along here, but then there's a highway on the other side of it, but it's like in the distance, but like there's nothing around. It's just all like trees and forest where we're at right now. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We'll stay live for a few more minutes, guys. Answer any questions. Shoot the shit with you guys. I did post on my Twitter that ASIC that caught on fire here today. So if you guys are interested in that, let me grab that link again and see what. Let me grab that here. Profile. So if you guys want to check out those pictures, that was actually today. It was crazy. I've never seen an ASIC burn up that much. I'll put it in chat there. Where in Wisconsin am I? Top secret, top secret. I live 20 minutes from the Mall of America. That's awesome, man. I would read the contract carefully. I don't know what contract. Which contract? To go go-karting? We will call it the Great 2024 Trump Pump. I like it. The Trump Pump. That would be really funny. All right. Look at the bright side. Airflow is pretty good to cook the ASIC. Yeah, right. There you go. That is true. Need to have a mining meetup in the Twin Cities. They could. There's a lot of miners up in this kind of like Midwest area. They did just have they had a mining conference up in like the Midwest just the other month. Hosting contract? Sure. I mean, what are when you're hosting, what are your concerns? Jason. I'm hosting with my MM, no issues, no complaints, pretty straightforward. What's up, Chuck Danger? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people be very happy. Wonder if Larvik knew Ovalbor? I'm pretty sure they all knew each other because he was right in this area. This was like that area. They all started, yeah, he did. Yeah, they started I thought Oval Bore had designed this building, is my understanding, like some of the airflow for the GPU miners, which is pretty cool. Which is really, really, really cool. Yeah, what concerns do you have, Jason? The reason I say it is I have my ASICs hosted at multiple facilities, and I don't have any concerns from a hosting perspective. Now, if you're looking, I've heard this definitely, was it BitCap was one that a lot of people had challenges with, which a lot of that got liquidated. And I know there's been, unfortunately, some hosting companies that have really screwed people over. So, I mean, I think your statement of like, make sure you read your contract. I mean, definitely. Not saying just sign it and move on with your day. I do think it's definitely warranted for sure. All right. I think we're gonna end things off there. It's just getting dark, and we're gonna go drive some go-karts, which will be cool. Looking forward to that. Hopefully they're like the fast ones. That'd be neat. Yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. If you guys have any more questions, please reach out to me. Reach out to me on Twitter, on YouTube. My email is out there. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. This was really, really cool. And I will have a video coming out of a full mining farm tour, not this Monday, the following Monday. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for it.